Hello, welcome back on the YouTube channel Narunyeusi. Don't forget the mentality, hey, self-confidence and no victimization. Today I found an interesting video on the YouTube channel Keisha Uncut. Ice Spice is jealous of Doechii and proves Colorism is alive and well. So let's go.
Ice Spice has been gone for some time, and you know, she's been trolled and trolled. I mean, I feel like her whole career she's been trolled, but you know, for the most part she is liked. Let's be so for real. Of course, when she changed her look, she lost a lot of weight. A lot of people weren't as interested in her music, weren't as interested in her looks as well, and a huge part of her branding is her looks and is her arse cheeks too, and she knows this. It's also, you know, her having lighter skin too. She's been exposed now by two former besties, Cleo Trapper and also Baby Storm. Okay, these names are sending me, but yeah, okay. Baby Storm was the first one to expose her, expose the way that she would speak about Nicki Minaj and speak about people in the industry, and pretty much Ice Spice energy just seems very cocky, very arrogant. And I know people say like that's the New York in her, but I feel like nah, we should not be saying, oh my god, just because you're from here. Nah, man, I feel like you should still treat people with respect. And my thing is, why are you gonna drag Doechii into this mess? In one of the text messages, she was pretty much just saying that like Doechii is like the token like dark skin girl or token black girl.
The exact world where she's a chosen dark skin. The first time I read that, my first reaction was, she's a fucking hater. Cause Ice Spice is famous for shaking her nyash. To be more serious, I agree with her statement. Doechii is a chosen
or token black girl. It's like, why are you talking? Why do you sound so bitter? Why do you have Doechii's name in your mouth? And also at this point, Doechii was obviously around and doing her thing. She wasn't at where she's at right now. She just wasn't. Doechii is literally everywhere. You cannot escape her even if you tried. I know a lot of people feel like she's an industry plant. Are you dumb? Like everybody's an industry plant apparently, you know. But if you actually see a digital footprint from like back in 2013, 2015, like she's been grinding and she's tried to like really put her name out there for such a long time, but it's only now getting that major push, and that's so dope to see, especially as a dark-skinned black woman myself. This is something that I've been waiting.
I'm a dark-skinned woman myself, so you wanted Doechii to be your representation. You needed of a dark-skinned woman in Western media to feel more comfortable in your own skin. Girl, you have plenty of representation on African media. You waited for nothing. Sometimes I wonder why black community doesn't evolve. I know, especially African community is progressing, but right now I'm pointing the victim mentality that holds people back. And who said Doechii is the representation of dark-skinned women or black women around the world? It's your representation, not mine. And a lot of African girls didn't wait Doechii to be no representation, cause we already have representation on African media. I find her ridiculous because she complains about the non-representation of a certain category of black women, but when I go on her channel, she did nothing to change that. Where is the support of dark-skinned women? Where is the representation of dark-skinned women? Okay, and to respond to that statement, okay, to her complaint, you are in Western society, so it's normal in Western media you will see at the majority white. If you go to Asia, you will see in Asian media Asian people at the majority. In Arab countries, it's the same. This
is something that I've been waiting for, and honestly didn't know if we're ever gonna get it. Someone on Doechii's level right now, attending all these events, being the star, being the moment, and I hope that it transforms into something more than just like a moment, but I hope that she just goes on to just continue to kill it, because that's so nice to see. Do you know what I mean? But then you've got people like Ice Spice who think like Ice Spice, who are so ignorant and believe that, oh no, only light-skinned people should be doing this. Why are you calling her a token dark skin or a black woman? What? That must be what you think of your friends then. And if I was Cleo Trapper reading those messages at the time when they were friends, I would have been giving you a bombastic side like, it's giving that you think you're better than everyone else just because of your skin. There was also actually another time where she mentioned dark skin. She said, but then she'll be like, I'm dark skinned, so I always have to work harder than everyone. And then you can see the emojis. And then she followed it up by saying, some girl on Twitter stooped low, so I went to hell. I'm guessing this part is not necessarily about Doechii, but either way, what is your obsession with dark skins and skin and like, girl, what?
One more time, it's just a victim mentality. People are simply defending Doechii because she's the representation of dark-skinned woman in the Western society. But what has Doechii really done for Black community? Has she taken real action from Black community or African community, like Colin Kaepernick cleaning in protest, or Lauren Need, who truly represented Black girls all around the world that often seen as a ghetto, with positive message, and also refused to hypersexualize herself? She is being dishonest by not sharing the full conversation. If you only read part of it, you might think Ice Spice was trying to downplay the struggles of dark-skinned women. And I won't deny her words could be interpreted in that way. But the full conversation is she benefits from pretty privilege and being skinny. Maybe you could say Ice Spice is a hater because she is attributing Doechii's success on her looks. But it's the jealousy, not colorism.
Or what? Ice Spice, respectfully speaking, you don't be given all of that. You don't be given all of that. You're cute. I would keep it at that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't be talking like this. And also, where is the respect? Now, if I'm Doechii, I'm gonna be petty as hell, but you know what? I'm not Doechii. And Doechii, and the thing that I like about Doechii so much, one of the reasons why I do like her anyways, is because she's great at what she does. She can switch it up. Her whole brand is not about booty, even though she did get a BBL. But
why did she get a BBL? Because she knew, as a Black woman in Western media, if you want to succeed, you need to hypersexualize yourself. Look at Thames, Yemi and Doechii. They didn't get a BBL, but they are more successful than Doechii. Why? The difference is Doechii is an American artist, them they are African artists. It's not really your representation. The same woman who said my biggest red flag is Australian.
No, but she ain't making that the whole topic of discussion. She's actually about her craft and she works super duper hard, you know, and that is to be admired. I don't know why you feel some type of way about Doechii or even like mention her in the first place, but to make a comment like that just goes to show what type of mindset you have and what you think about darker skinned people. And it's just so creepy because a lot of dark skinned people are the ones who support you, are the ones who do go to your show, are the ones who are keeping the lights on in your house. So I don't know, it's really weird. That energy is so off-putting to me, but there are a lot of people who think like that. We've all come across them. There are plenty of Ice Spices of this world who believe that because they're like
she's pointing fingers at Ice Spice as if Ice Spice forcing people to support her. If Ice Spice is a truly colorist, and to be clear, I don't care because I don't support her, and the solution is to not support her, why is she blaming Ice Spice and not Black dark-skinned people who support her? Even though she's colorist and still back at her, the problem isn't Ice Spice. Ice Spice, she's just doing her job. Without that, she'd be broke. The other issue is dark-skinned people who choose to support her instead of an artist who could actually represent them better. In Black community, it's time to stop targeting one group after another. One day is mixed people, another light-skinned people, and another Black men, but never dark-skinned Black women. Dark-skinned Black women are the eternal victim, but they are problematic people in every group.
That because they're light skinned they should be put here, there, and they should be the face of something where it's like, no bitch, make room for other people too. I hate that so much. I feel some type of way because it's like, girl, what? Who has this energy? They're shady and then they're just goddamn rude, okay? Anyways, they've both been attending like fashion events like during fashion week, and you know, Doechii's been killing it with the looks or whatever, and then you've got Ice Spice looking like a wet ginger dog, if that's even flipping possible. I don't know who's styling Ice Spice, but you know what, karma is a bitch. The way that you spoke about Doechii, and the way that you treated these former besties of yours as well, girl, your stylist said I mean, I've seen plenty of wet looks and scrunch looks, but bitch, they literally just probably like flogged a bunch of water on her and called it a day. I mean, we can blame the stylist, but bitch, you clearly got no fashion because how are you agreeing to that look? Anyways, I think that she's doing this now because, let's be real, Doechii's having her moment. Doechii right now is killing it. Obviously, there's a bunch of different rappers out there. I love me some Glorilla. Like, she's just that bitch, period. When you're working out on the treadmill, I'm like, girl, we need to be friends. In another life, we will. Glorilla just seems like such a fun person. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, there's plenty of rappers.
Dog. It's funny. She mentioned Glorilla. What has Glorilla done for the black community? Once again, she complains about the lack of representation of dark-skinned women, but she did nothing to change that. Where is your support for African media, where you can find dark-skinned women? At this start, it's just been crazy.
There's plenty of rappers out, you know, killing it, doing their thing, but I think Doechii is being pushed tremendously. She just recently had like a Nike collaboration of some sort. I know she just won a Grammy not too long ago. She is killing it, and it definitely is going to be Doechii's year. It doesn't mean that you can't try and put yourself out there. A lot of people are now dragging Cardi B for delaying another year without an album, probably. I don't know, but the pressure definitely is on for sure, but it doesn't mean that you can't come out and step out and do the goddamn thing. And I think Ice Spice is using this as an opportunity to like showcase her arse cheeks a lot more, and to get people talking, because a lot right now people aren't really talking about her, and people don't really care to see new music from her because her last project didn't really do as much as she probably, like, herself and her team would have liked. So that's very interesting and also very telling of like what kind of climate we're at. I'm tired of seeing arse cheeks every 0.2 seconds. I'm tired. Latto literally posted like a carousel of photos yesterday, and like she was debuting like she was like teasing a new song that she has, and she was like cooking in the kitchen, but obviously like we just saw her outline her behind. My good sister starts to twerk. I'm like, is it everyday twerk? There's other dance moves. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not much of a dancer, but I can come out of a little 1 2 2. I can even teach you a little 1 2 3. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just tired of twerking 24/7. Doesn't mean I'm never gonna do it. I didn't say that. When did you hear me say that? I'm saying like doing it and that being your every move is like, girl, it's so jarring. Like, I'm tired of the emotes and like the girl, just switch it up. Girl, switch it up. Go back to the drawing board, you know? But I feel like she's just doing all these things for attention. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. I think that we're kind of also pivoting into a space where we just care more about artistry. We care to know about someone's personality, and we just want banging music. We just do. We want to take things seriously now. Hip-hop was never about just like shaking arse cheeks and she in her moo, like gra, she in her moo, get money too. It's like, girl, we maybe that worked 2 years ago, a year ago, you might have had some people, but now it's time to move on and actually get into full-on artistry. Give something. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure Ice Spice would probably butt hurt when she's seen Doechii getting the shine. I'm sure everybody's like, ooh, okay, girl, you know, we gotta come with something now. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like with hip-hop, especially for women anyways, it's just been very underwhelming, and I hate that so much, you know?
She is way too invested in Ice Spice's life. She says Ice Spice wants just attention, but she's giving attention to Ice Spice. So I'm asking, are you dumb?
Huh?
Yes, because she said people calling Doechii an industry blunt are dumb. So I will allow myself to ask her if she's dumb, because she's giving what Ice Spice exactly wants. She made a 10-minute video about Ice Spice. If I were Ice Spice, I'd be thanking her. Because more you talk about someone, and more they get intention. And intention means money. More you talk about someone, more the profit. It's for that reason many content creators speak negatively about black women, because they know black women are emotional and will respond, share and comment. That's creates a controversy, and the controversy is good for content creators because it puts them at the top Twitter search and giving them more attention, so more money. That's also why this content creator don't be cancelled, because black women are too forgiving. As long as they give a fake apology, they will be forgiven. I see this barrier in the black community as the whole. When I come across this type of content, I report and I block the content creator. I refuse to give my attention to those who respect my community, so myself. Instead, I support people who genuinely value African community. Most of the content creators I follow are Africans, because I had rather invest in my own community.
I don't want you to just be about arse cheeks. Because then for me, it feels like, is that all you feel like you have to offer? But then again, if it is, then it's like, yikes, you know, it gets the bills, you get to buy whatever you want. Maybe she don't even really care about that. She doesn't seem like she's really passionate about rap compared to like a Doechii. And the reason why I keep doing that is because you really thought in that moment, in that text message to Baby Stormy, that you were the ish. You really thought that like your ish did not stink whatsoever, and that you were just above everyone else, and that you can have chat for anyone just because you were having your moment. Well, now, move over, bitch. Doechii's here too. And I know that's hurting you because you think that she's a token black woman. This is paining you like no other. Okay, let me go ahead and shout out.
I can summarize this video in few sentences. She is searching colorism where there isn't any. She is more invested in his past life than their own, and she complains about the lack of representation of dark-skinned women while doing nothing to support dark-skinned women and to change that. Once again, she's victim mentality with you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. This channel is dedicated to the black beauty with the goal of representing the image of black women in a more positive light, with African community and other black people feeling connected to Africa. Here you will find advice from black women on how to achieve the maximum beauty, both inside and out. True confidence starts within, and that's what we focus on. I also wrote a book on Wattpad, Darkskin Strong Soul. It explores traditional spirituality, martial art, and African history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Wishing you a great day, and at the next video, bye!